evening. Been an odd week, and I've had a bit of a telling off from my guru. I think the planetary aspects this week have been tough for me, and I've really struggled with letting go of the drama. And I think realistically the other thing that has come up is that I just don't feel anything towards work at the moment. I just don't. I've got no enjoyment for it, and I just keep on feeling like I'm getting everything wrong. And what I've been told is I have to get in contact with a higher guide to look at this from their perspective, not from earthbound, moaning, critical ego and abandoned child. So I'm going to give it a go, because I think this is where I've been told tonight. I'm going to try this deck, the Repair, Evolution, Growth Oracle cards. Because I've stuck the box in the inside again. It does say on it, Modern Oracle for Self-Healing and Growth. And I need to try and find a different way of understanding what it is that I need to learn to move on. Okay, bear with me. Let's just see, what do I need to know to move on my path? What do I need to know to move on my path? Nope, okay, there we go. If you're watching any of the cat videos, obviously you'll appreciate I've had the Ghost, as I call him, and Carly trading looks from a distance. Carly had been missing for a couple of days. She's come back. She's a lot thinner than what she was, so I think she might have just got stuck somewhere. Whether someone locked a shed and didn't realise she was in there. Obviously now I'm kind of like I'm giving her a few treats, shall we say. The funniest thing is that I gave her well, I've given both of them, because it's been so hot. If any of you have got cats, they do those kind of like creamy, it's a bit like a fruit shoot, you know, where you kind of like got the plastic tube and you got the stuff in it. Well, it's kind of like just creamy cat food basically. What she figured out this evening was I'd given her one earlier today. I gave her one when she came back because she was so thin. I got some yesterday, which are basically like sorbets. So every time that she sees me take one out the fridge, she thinks she has to get one. So I'm having mine, and she's got to have hers, which is quite sweet. I don't mind it, right? But what do I need to know in the meantime? Come on, what is it I need to figure out? Come on, tell me what I need to figure out on this journey to move forward. Okay. Now the other thing that I've done, I'm not quite sure how it's going to go at the moment. I have booked to go away for about 12 days, I think, next month. I've done it in such a way that it's a bit of a two-finger salute, and it removes me from equations. Right, what do I need to know about this journey? What is it I need to know? Oh, Jesus, that was a bit of a strong one. So I've booked my flights, but then it's like, I'm not sure. It's saying that I'm only allowed a personal item on the plane. So a personal item, is that one bag? Because it's saying I'm not allowed cabin bags. What the hell's that about? Seems a bit petty, if you ask me. Because it gives me the option of putting something in underneath, but it doesn't give me the option of having a cabin bag on. Right, what do I need to know about this personal journey I'm on? Yes, no. Is that a no? Well, I'm reading that as a no because you're giving me nothing. Right, okay. Is there an order to these cards? Okay. Anchor card. Okay. Any order to those ones, or is that in the right order? Okay, and these two? Any order? Next card. Those two to be read in that order. Yes? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what this is. Yeah, I think this, I've said it before in some videos where people have asked me to read. You can ask the cards about what you want to hear, but the cards are going to tell you what you need to know. So, right, so, hold on a second. Got denial. Hold on. Bear with us. I'm doing it again. I've run out of fire, so I can't set fire to myself. Okay, there we go. Right. Look at this a little bit. No. Oh, jeez. Too many stands. Right, okay, let's see how this goes. So, just going to move that back slightly. Actually, what I might do is, because I've read this. Right, give me 2 seconds, this again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. So, what we're going to do is, because I've got my cards laid out, I'm just going to read them for you. So, this is where I'm struggling, because obviously this makes a lot of sense. Denial, deception. There is a situation that you're refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage and discernment to dig deep into the truth of the situation. Which I think is saying at the moment I'm making a bigger deal out of things than I should. Okay, spirit guidance. Your spirit guides, co-creation. Your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and to help you evolve into your authentic self. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open yourself up to them. Meditation and asking for signs are a great way to deepen your connection. So basically, the first two cards, as I said, I got a bit of an arse kicking in a good way, asking me to get myself out of the way I'm looking at the situation, and that is what I've been told to do. That one in particular. I've got to get in contact with my spiritual team. I know they're there, but I've got to start finding a way to actually ask them to give me the signs. I know there's quite a strong sign at the moment, but I think for now I have to just keep going with this. Sacrifice and reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim balance and nurture yourself by standing in your power. Okay. So, then the final two cards are fun and adventure, joy. It's time to play and get reacquainted with your childlike self. Open up to your sense of adventure and fantasy. You've been way too serious and moving through the motions. Snap out of it and have some fun. Okay. Addictions, compassion. The situation is influenced by an addictive behaviour that is influencing you or the person involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truth of the situation by stepping outside of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience and compassion. Now, I think these two, these two here, compassion and denial. I am vexed by the situation I'm in. When I'm not in my work environment, when I'm here, I'm not tied to what I go through in the office. I think what it is now telling me is that I need to have some compassion of what is being projected at me. I know what's being projected at me, but I think at the moment I've got a very strong Pluto, which is on my anaretic. It's on an anaretic degree. It's on my MC. I realised what I wrote down this evening was that what it does is it's making me see the negativity. Now, I understand the situation. I understand what's involved. I think the biggest thing that I'm denying is that I cannot give compassion for what I've been put through. I'm not able to forgive the people that have tormented me in a repeating pattern since literally, I could say, 2008. that there's been some reason why I've had to go through this. And I think now I'm understanding why, because what it is that I am denying, forgiving and letting go of the pain and the insults that have been directed at me. So, this one, the sacrifice card. See, I've gone through this for too long. I've said at the moment, everyone has said to me, why don't you just walk out, just go? And it's very tempting. But that is how I've ended things before. And I need it to change. I'm not prepared to just give up. But at the same time, this is indicating that this has gone on for too long. It's time to claim, balance and nurture yourself by standing in your power. Now the problem is that when I have shown my power, or should I say, the lion has come out, because I've got Mars in Leo, I've got my moon in Leo, and I've got Mercury in Leo. And let's just say, they haven't really helped in the past year. So, what I am trying to do is to balance those with my one water sign. And that's my sun in Cancer. And I think the problem that I've had is I think I need to use my strength in a different way. Now, I don't feel that I'm strong at the moment in the particular situation because I'm silenced. I'm not going to go into details, but I've been silenced. This is the best way to put it. But this is what I was told today. I need to look at this from a higher perspective. I need to let my guides show me my true self. I struggle with how I look at the moment. I struggle with the constant barrage that I get that undermine who I am. So I'm taking this as a sign that this is what I need to do. I will say I feel I have made tremendous progress in the past couple of months, but if you look at the astrology for the past week, there's been planetary alignments that are incredibly strong and they have been triggering. And I think that's the problem, is because I've got planets of the same degree that it's just irritated the situation. So this is who I need to get in contact with again. I need to stop being serious in the office. I need to be more childlike, have some fun and adventure, to snap out of it and have some fun. Just stop being serious. Because at the end of the day, work is just work. Yes, it pays the bills, but I'm at a point where I'm not going to allow it to upset me anymore. I'm not going to allow other people to belittle me. I'm not proud of some of the things that I've done, but I think there is an issue with me now that I've never realised that I'm quite empathic. And at the moment, I know that what I've done is I've actually been affected by other people's energies, which have clouded my judgment. And although I've adjusted my way of doing things, the damage is done. My path is changing. My path is going to take me out of that place. It's a means to the end, to an end at the moment. I'll be honest and say YouTube is where I'm getting my enjoyment. I know the majority of you are here just for some cats that turn up in my garden, and I appreciate that you are here for that, but at the same time, if you do listen to any of these videos, the clarity that I get from them is, to me, it's helpful. That has just literally told me what I wanted, what I needed to hear. It's not what I wanted to hear, it's what I needed to hear. It's given me what I'm lacking in understanding in my head. It's given me the clarity in pictures, in words, that I think has made it easier now for me to understand what has to happen for me to be able to break the cycle that I've been in, and possibly it's a generational thing that I was done here. I was put here to break a karmic cycle. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, again, the idea with these readings is that for a lot of people who are struggling, there's a lot of us who don't do work very well. I don't mean we don't work very well. I think it's the work environment doesn't suit us. I'm hoping that the trip that I'm going to do next month, I'll let you know more about it, and hopefully while I'm away I'll be able to do a couple of videos, as long as there's internet. I've got the feeling, and from the reading I had done with Hogarth the other week, I think it's going to be a real road to discovery. And a time for me to actually rediscover, or I wouldn't even say rediscover, but really discover who the authentic me is. Because at the moment with what I do, if this is just what I'm in touch with now, and as people have said, by this time next year it's going to be interesting to see where and who I become. So thank you for listening. Have a good Saturday night. There might be coffee and cards in the morning, you never know. And I will be working on the archetypal card reading that I had done the other week. I think just this week my brain just hasn't been in the right place to work out how I want to do it and to gather, because there is a lot of information, to present it to you guys so you can see how it works, because for me it has been very beneficial. Okay, have a good evening.